Sorry, I got disturbed. It must be the rain. I don't know what happened. Yes, that last truck job I applied for, and I went to orientation in Huntley, Illinois. You could tell by looking at this, I'm back at the same spot. Hold up for a second, man. My friggin' cell phone's messed up. The lens on my phone ain't really working too good. Alright, I think I cleared it. Alright, I'm back at that same last truck job where I bought my truck. But I had pulled away from orientation a long time ago. I already posted a video. But the reason why I couldn't do it is because I didn't have enough data on my phone and I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford the regular unlimited plan. I couldn't post the unlimited plan on my cell phone at all. Because I couldn't afford it. So now since my boss just called me like sometime yesterday when I was sitting down in Juliet, Illinois somewhere, and he told me I got some mail over at his place. This is my ex-employer right here. So he said I can come and pick it up if I want. And I even told him the reason why I couldn't do it, because I thought since I was exempt, or since I did quit also, I thought if I don't work here anymore, I'm not allowed to trespass on people's property. But he said it's okay. He said he recognized me as a special person, so he said I could come over anytime I want. So he questioned me about me being unemployed. Am I still looking for a job? I said, yeah. I had to pull away from the one in Huntley, Illinois, because, they were kind of BSing me around. And it took them 6 days for me to get an answer for the drug test. But the thing is, I got broke, so I had to pull away from orientation. So here I am, back in this drop yard where I once bought my truck. And I said it's better off this way. Yesterday, some lady from an American truck company, she over there telling me the benefits. Oh shoot, you know what, I even forgot. I gotta text her and tell her that if I'm interested or not. I forgot to tell her that. So it's like you can see I'm back to where I'm at. The truck is back in this place, but not exactly. Let's give you a walk around idea. You see, it's getting late at night. Back in there, almost in the same spot though. But anyway, so it's like where was I? Yeah, I had to pull away from orientation. They were getting too sloppy. They didn't communicate with me or nothing. So I quit. I pulled away. But the thing is, yeah, about that American truck company. This lady over there telling me the benefits. She said it's all W-2, but I don't care. It's like I said, no. She's asking me what are you looking for on this job? I said, well, my number one concern is having a truck that's governed no less than 70. The thing is, she's telling me hers is governed 69, 68, and 69. I said, well, I'm a big boy now. I'm a big man, so I don't need to be playing around with slow trucks anymore. Because I told her that the ones from this truck company, they're governed 70, somewhere like 72 and 70, actually up to 75. But they cut them down to 72, but they can't punch up to 75. So she told me to text her and say if I'm interested or not, but I forgot anyway. So here's the deal. I came back. No, well, my boss called me first. I didn't call for this job. I was waiting for them to call me just in case if I needed a job, right? Like if I run out of options. I kept running into them types that would ask me. I even told my bosses a couple of times on the Indeed.com website. I had this one caller. I don't know if it's the same guy. Somebody said to me 4 times when they had called my cell phone for a job, and he said, "Can you do 1,000 miles in one day?" I said, "I never heard of it, but yes, I can. I could do 1,500 miles in one day. I've done it before. I've done it like 2 to 3 times already, in my minivan, of course. But I've never heard of it, and if you don't mind telling me what your rules are about, because I don't want to get in trouble." So I told my boss that, "Is that really true? That somebody could ask you if you could do 1,000 miles in one day?" He said, "No, they're full of shit. Don't listen to them." That's what he told me. So that's the reason why, he said 550,000 truck companies go out of business in Chicago only. And also, I did apply for outside Chicago, like Orlando, Florida, and Miami, because I kept running into a lot of unusual ones. And they got some bad ones outside too, outside of Chicago. So, anyways, I'm getting lucky again with this one. This time, I'm not driving into Kenworth. This time, I won't be touching Peterbilt. This time, it's more like I'm working for an owner-operator, or put it this way, it's half I'm driving an owner-operator's truck, but my boss is in charge of him. My ex-boss, or my previous boss. Put it this way. My previous company boss. I don't know how to explain it. So he just told me when I was sitting in the office across the street. He said, this is the same job where I got this truck. This is the same job where I was driving that white Kenworth and all that, So this is what happened. Before I got here, before I came here today, or better yet, before I got here yesterday, late last night or whatever, he said this time I'm gonna be driving a red Freightliner Cascadia. I don't mind showing it to you right now. I was just in the back of the shop. I actually brought that truck over here. So my boss took me over there in his pickup truck and went to a shop somewhere on the other side of the neighborhood. And he left me there to drive the Cascadia back, and it was hooked up to a trailer. It was some other leading some other no-name, after company or something. And he told me just drop the trailer and bobtail the truck back over to our shop, and let the mechanic inspect it and stuff like that. So as soon as I went in there, I sat down in it, and water, this truck is kind of new anyways, water kind of dripped from the middle of the windshield and splashed right on the dashboard. And I tested the wiper blades, and they squeak and rattle. This truck doesn't do that. My Volvo doesn't do that. But that must be a 2023 Cascadia, I'm guessing. And it's like, hold up a second. Shit. Yeah, I got a mosquito, man. It's like, yeah, that's the only 2 minor things I know that's wrong with it. But I didn't really drive it long distance. I only bobtailed it from one side of the neighborhood over to here. That's it. So, yes, he told me ahead of time I'll be driving a red Freightliner Cascadia. And I did. I didn't, I just drove it over here and I parked it in the back of the shop. So tomorrow, I will be shooting a video of me driving this red Cascadia. He wants me to go to a tire shop and get the front tires taken care of. So I'll shoot a video of me driving the red Freightliner tomorrow. And not only that, when I was driving it over here, it picks up speed pretty quick. It feels solid. It feels strong. It feels endurable. It feels durable. It feels comfortable. But it is easier to drive. But the seat doesn't go up as high as mine. It's kind of. I try to extend the seat as high as mine, but mine's go a little higher. And to tell you the truth, I kind of. I said to myself, I don't know which one I like better. The Cascadia feels pretty nice because I know I once drove two other Cascadias. But this one I like also. I said I kind of like this one a shade better because of the, options and the benefits, The feel, yes, it is, shaky like, wobbly, but it ain't that bad. It drives solid and secure when you're on the wide open stretch. But when you're in the city area, you're going to get that because this thing has over 1 million miles. So that's the way it's going to be. Until, when I start stashing away money, I'm going to secure it, then it becomes a nice, intense truck. But to tell you the truth, I kind of like both of them the same. It's just that I've been in this one quite a while. I'm kind of getting tired a little bit. When I drive the Cascadia, I like it too. I was thinking of getting one next to this truck. But the thing is, I kind of shade like this one a little tidbit extra for some reason. Because of the, certain things that it's got. But anyways, I'm supposed to be driving some owner-operator's truck, which is a Cascadia. But it seemed like I'm getting paid by the same boss that was paying me when I was driving the Kenworth. The same guy. But he's also paying. It's more like when I'm driving the owner-operator's truck, I'm putting money in his pocket by running the miles. And he's getting paid for that. Along with whatever he's driving, he's also getting paid for that also. I don't know if he's driving another truck by himself, but whatever it is. But I'm getting paid for driving his truck though. It's probably going to be almost the same thing, but he's getting paid extra because there's another guy driving one of his other trucks, so he's getting extra pay compared to me. I'm in the company side, so I'm still going to be getting the same paycheck I've been getting just like when I was driving them Kenworths. Same exact paycheck. So not only that, instead of me getting the runarounds, that last company job where I was in Huntley, Illinois, when I guess I was videotaping my truck on their premises, and I think it was in the daytime. What was it? I forgot what I was going to say. It's more like I didn't really like the benefits too much of theirs. They did give me a choice of which truck I want, and I was going to get a Cascadia, but the thing is, I don't know. There's something about that job. Not only did they hold me up by not telling me my drug test results, there's something about that job that didn't make me feel so comfortable. But anyways, this one is a little bit more extra flexible. The paycheck is better compared to what that lady from the American truck job was telling me. She only told me 55 cents a mile. Well, yeah, she did say that their drivers make what? Did I hear 1,000 a week? I didn't believe it. No, I don't even feel comfortable going over there anyways. But I feel much more comfortable with this one, to tell you the truth. It's even better than the first one that I was driving in Bridgefield, Illinois. And it's much better. So this one, it's flexible with a whole bunch of benefits and stuff. For me it is. But anyways, I just busted my tail dragging in some laundry. I just went to the laundromat with one of the same loaner car over there. And I went flying all over the place with a car. And yeah, this truck kind of quit on me when I was on my way up last night, or what was it, early this morning around 4 o'clock. Yeah, I hesitated to change the water separator on the engine, and it got dirty so bad, and air started packing up inside it. So now I'm kind of stuck with air in the system now. So I changed yesterday. I did change. Wait a minute. 2 days ago, I bought a brand new separator for over here, and I also bought a regular filter over there. Fuel filter, fuel separator, fuel filter. Yesterday I changed both, that one in the truck stop, and day before yesterday I changed that one in the same truck stop, somewhere in Shanahan, Illinois. So I did both of them. But the Volvo truck dealer said that if I had primed it and did everything and drained it, and the air's still in there, they say I gotta wait for the air to come out of the system, and then it'll be all right. As I keep driving it. But anyways, this truck now sits right here, so I'm back in the same drop yard. Another thing, I wanted to go and put these on, but I didn't get no chance to do it. So these are the 4 solenoids. You can see the 4 and 3 other boxes. These are the 4 solenoids I need to put on the back of the transmission. One of these is supposed to operate the horn, but the rest of these operate the valves in the back. Suspension valves or something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and pay. I'm going to take this truck to the shop. I'm going to use that red Freightliner Cascadia and try muster up some paychecks. And not only that, my bank account's already closed. And then my boss said only 2 EFS checks and that's it. He doesn't feel responsible. So that's it. Because I don't have no existing bank account right now. They were closed because they were overdrafted. So he said on the first or the second week, I'll go ahead and reopen it. And then you could start paying me regular. And in the meantime, I just came from outside. I did a lot of running around and stuff. I don't really feel like going any further with this video right now. I'm just shooting this video for a reason. I'm just letting you know what's going on. So it's like I'm back to the same job where this truck came from and where I bought this truck and so forth. So yeah, so I got all the clothes up here and stuff like that. This is dirty anyways, but the rest of it's all clean. You can see I was, at the laundromat and stuff. But anyways, that's it for right now. I'm just doing myself a favor. So I'm sorry about the hold up. I was broke. I couldn't pay for a regular prepaid card for the cell phone. So now since my boss helped me out with some money, I got unlimited high-speed data, and that's why I'm using it right now. So anyway, I've been kind of flying all over the place way too much with this truck, man. I mean, I already racked up like over 3,000 miles since the last 8 months, just doing city driving and personal use. And I've been knocking myself out with it. I like this truck a lot. Compare this to the Cascadia. If I was to like refresh this truck all the way around, I would say I would go ahead. I will invest my all in this. I'm not saying I own that. I don't own that red truck. I'm just saying if I was to get another one and add to this, it would be a Cascadia. But I ain't selling this one in the next X amount of years. I'm keeping this. So I'm just saying, when I refresh this truck all the way around, I'm going to have it's more like I like this one a shade better, but I also like the Cascadias too. So, my boss, he said, you don't like Cascadias and Volvos. But I'm glad I got one. I think I got blessed with that. Because I really cannot stand them Kenworths. And I don't want to run into any more problems, but anyway. All I can say is, tomorrow, they say tomorrow around 11 I should be driving that truck, that red Cascadia, to the tire service shop, and that's it. All right, man, I gotta cut. I'll see you later.